Okay, an introduction on how you can add another static mesh to the instance storage or the generator storage. Um, Currently the system has, ignore the UI, it's got its foundations, it has a wall, and I've also got a door. It also set up so if I build the foundations like that and then build the floors won't allow you to build if there's no wall. Sorry, the floor won't let you build if there's no wall in range. However, if I put a wall there, I can then put a floor there. So yeah, the process at the moment to add another static mesh, you take your static mesh and you add the sockets. The sockets have to have a floor designator, and then an underscore is the where it finds the split and therefore determines the name. So you can basically have floor whatever that number is. You don't actually have to have a number. You can have something else. You set them up that way. You then duplicate its parent. I will eventually make it a parent and then create a child blueprint. But you duplicate the and then you call it something as a sort of an example. You then open this up and you change the static mesh to the required one, like so. You also change the actual name of the static mesh to window, and you then go and add it to the build it classes. At the moment there is only 6, but you add it in there. You eventually will have to add a HUD element, but I haven't got that in there yet. This no longer does anything other than if you press 6 it sets that key to 6. Again, this will get changed, and then that finds 6 in the build it class that I've just set. Once that's done, you then go into instance storage. Instance storage automatically takes the actor's name. That's why you change the name of the static mesh, because that then feeds into spawned mesh, which goes into a switch. You set the switch, or you add a new pin to the switch, and you call it what you're looking for, and you go to construction script. And at the moment I'm setting them all up as a predetermined thing. So you basically take a copy of the one you've already got, change it to the Windows static mesh, and at the moment the spawn location is just the generator's location. Again, I'm hopefully going to be able to change that, and you change the variable. So now that you've set yourself up a instant static mesh component for that particular static mesh, you then need to add it. So if we take a copy of that and then we just change that for window and change the count to window as well. So that whenever window is sent to the generator, it gets diverted down here. It adds a instance for the wall with the window, and it adds to the int array for use when you're doing traces. This will be streamlined. This is just for the generators hitboxes, and then you basically, to add the hitbox generation, take a branch off again, this is how it currently is, but I plan on speeding it up. If you take, these will get commented, but if you take this for the wall, copy it, and we'll just paste it down here. Plug that into there. Change the count to window, and change the instance to window as well. We don't need to change this because we're looking for the socket that's got the name wall, and we're also doing the standard traces that you do for wall elements, and again this has the hitbox determined by the wall or its parent. Again, so if I can make it a parent, I'm going to try and do that. But now when I go into it and I place the foundations down, and put that there, and I choose 6, it puts a window down. And then I can again put roof on, like so. I'm going to be trying to do a stress test on it probably tomorrow when I've got the ability to add some more items. I'm going to try and add a staircase and try and add a remove ability that at its current point will just remove it in regard to whether or not it's going to cause the building to collapse. But yeah, so that's just an update for anybody that is following this. So.